Hello, Lego fans. Bricks on a Budget coming to you with another video. This video, we're taking a look at the Krusty Krab. This is freaking absolutely awesome to be able to get and be able to build. And I didn't have any intention of getting it this soon, but figured, might as well build it and do a review on it. And, tell you what I think about this set. So, at any rate, this is set number 10352. It is $209.99 on Lego.com right now, but it's only 1,635 pieces, which is kind of par for the course with Lego lately. Even their bigger sets are getting more and more expensive, so you're not even getting the 10-cent per part ratio. Usually, the bigger the set, the more parts you get, and it ends up being less than 10 cents. But I think those days are starting to pass us by. But let's not get into that because we're here for the set itself. So it is a little overpriced, and we'll leave it at that. But it is a very, very good set. There's some things I like about it and some things I don't. But, right from the get-go, it comes with 7 minifigures, some of which have never been made before. So let's take a look at some of the minifigures that came with the set. And while I have you here, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that bell for future notifications. Hit me down in the comments down below. What do you think of this set? Yay or nay? Are you a fan of The Simpsons? Are you going to wait for a sale? I got lucky. My wife bought this for my birthday, so it's very, like I said, very awesome to get. I've been watching The Simpsons since I was a kid, so seeing something like this, I was not able to get the house or the Quickie Mart, unfortunately, which it is what it is. So, but I did get some of the CMF minifigures. But let's look into these minifigures while we're right here. This is Sideshow Bob. This is the first time we get to see him in a minifigure form. Really cool hairpiece, and they really captured his likeness very, very good. So it's very cool to be able to get him. He's exclusive to this set for obvious reasons because they never made him before. This is the Krusty the Clown in his farmer attire. Typical Homer Simpson. You've seen Homer enough times. He's got the stain on his shirt. Looks really good. He's got a little drink there. Bart Simpson. Pretty typical Bart Simpson with his trusty slingshot. Ha ha. Fun fact. Bart Simpson's actually voiced by a woman. For you guys that may or may not have known that. Really cool lady. We got Lisa Simpson. Awesome to be able to get her, but very typical Lisa Simpson there. And our other two we got there are our squeaky voice teen. And let's see. He's got a shirt, little hat on. He's got his trusty mop there. Pretty decent. Not really one of the characters that I would expect, but you need somebody to work, at the Krusty Burger, so why not? I keep wanting to say Krusty Krab. This is Officer Lou, so it's pretty cool to get him. So yeah, I feel like for the price, we should have got more minifigures. That's just me personally. Especially since the Pete to parts ratio just wasn't there. It is what it is, though. Still very cool to get. Very cool minifigures. So let's take a look at the set itself. The set has 3 parts, or 3 major parts. So you got the restaurant itself. You have, this is actually Homer Simpson's car, built out from the one episode where he goes to clown college, I guess. And yeah, it's got some nice detail there where it's nice and messed up. kind of dented in there. So that's a kind of a cool little effect there to make it look like it was bashed up a little bit. It actually does have a hood in the back that can actually open up. You can potentially put something in there. And you got this nice and wide open, so you can get a couple minifigs in there. Pretty cool. Decent build. That's interesting. The Krusty Krab sign. Krusty Krab. See, there I go. I knew I was going to do that. The Krusty Burger sign. I knew I was going to do that. A lot of stickers for the eyes, the mouth, and this tongue, which looks a little odd. Stickers for the Krusty Burger sign itself. And then there's an out sticker right there. So, pretty decent build, and it's built with a Technic rod, so you ain't got to worry about it. You might have to worry about it tipping over a little bit, but other than that. So let's see if we can't get a good, closer look at the restaurant itself. You'll notice there's a sticker right here, right on the front door. Over 12 served, open 24 hours. That's just so messed up. This right here, I think, is bent like this on purpose to make it look like somebody crashed into that. So it's supposed to be a pole kind of like that. You know, those metal poles you see outside of stores and restaurants sometimes. There is a Krusty Burger garbage can with Krusty's face on it. And let's turn it around a little bit. All right, so you got some bushes and some windows across here. You got a little in sign right here. Again, a sticker. The roof isn't anything crazy, and it kind of just sits in there. It's not even attached to anything. I mean, it's just literally sitting there. So that bothers me a little bit, but we have some stickers for some graffiti and stuff right here. Sideshow Bob for Mayor, it says. El Barto, and it has like a little picture of Bart with the mask on here. So that's pretty funny. You got Missing Krusty Burglar. So yeah, you got a lot of little oddball details and stuff there. Okay, we're going to come along the back. And you got your order Krusty Burger kiosk here. You'd place your order here, and there's some menus there so you can decide. This is where they dump the grease from the fryers, and evidently all the grease is just kind of spilling out everywhere else but in here, so they must just dump it and just run. You got your meat-like byproduct delivery entrance sign here. Some nice piping here. I like the hands and the face, and there's a lot of stickers going on here to give it that detail and stuff. It looks like hands built up here on the sides. It's very, very cool. So let's go back to the back end here. Okay, now we're going to take off this rooftop here. And on the rooftop, you'll notice there's a little hatch you can lift up to go down into the restaurant. But yeah, it's built kind of meh. You know, there's nothing super crazy about that. And then we are going to try to get this opened up here. Maybe. Ooh. Oh, wrong end. There we go. There we are. So this kind of opens up like so. It actually opens up on the side, not from the back. Some odd reason I thought it opened up from the back. But here we are. And so you'll see there's a ball pit right here. Let's see if I can get you a little closer. Get light in here a little bit better, perhaps. Or not. Little ball pit there. Krusty Kid Zone. This right here is very interesting. I like that. It kind of reminds me of the Millennium Falcon a little bit. And you got the table right there. You got the table with some food right there. Some pretty cool stuff. And you got the kitchen back here. And you got the fryer here, the burger press. You got the broken down ice cream machine here. There's a sign on the side. let's see if I can't. It says out of order. So it's kind of inside joke, kind of like McDonald's. And you got some microwaves here to heat food up. You got the couple registers here, some burgers waiting to be purchased. This sign right here is the menu you can order from. So yeah, pretty cool. You got a garbage can here, some condiments. Let's take a look over here real quick. Here is the order window. You would pick up your order, and then here is a soda machine and some other stuff going on here. Here's the bathroom. You can actually take this out to kind of get an idea how the bathroom looks. And I think this is supposed to be a toilet paper dispenser. Obviously, that's a toilet. There's a little bit of details in there. There's a sink. Yeah, nothing super crazy. It's kind of interesting that they actually bothered putting in a bathroom. Krusty board notice board. Change fryer oil. Slide whistle lessons. Unpaid overtime. Sign up now. Mandatory. Unpaid overtime. Yeah, and it's mandatory. Yeah, I think they're cheating people out. But yeah, overall, I mean, this set is crazy detailed, and it's got all kinds of. Okay, there's a next order sign right here too. There's so many details in this set. It's just crazy, and it would take me forever to try to figure out all the little Easter eggs in this set, and I'm sure there's a lot. And but I'll tell you what, it was a fun build. There was a few little frustrating things, especially when you're building these little kind of kitty corner walls and stuff. They build them on a hinge, and they are kind of fragile, so you got to be careful with those. And but other than that, the set went together awesomely, and it was a lot of fun. You know, all the little oddball things, especially like the little Krusty Kid Zone ball pit was a lot of fun. This was interesting. It's not really held on by very much. Also, the deep, yeah, I forgot about the fryer. This little fryer thing comes out, and there's a little claw for fries. So, and it sinks right back down into the little fryer there. Nice little details added in all over the place. So, very, very cool set. And like I said, I feel like it was overpriced, but since I'm such a huge Simpsons fan, and obviously since my wife bought it for me, I like this set a lot. And I do think that, in my opinion, it is definitely worth the money, especially if you are a Simpsons fan or if you know somebody that is a Simpsons fan and you're looking for a gift to buy. This is an amazing set. That being said, it is going to be a set you'd primarily probably either get from Amazon or Lego.com. So whether or not it'll go on sale or not, I don't know, but it's always a possibility. So, if you can wait and see if it goes on sale, I probably would, for at least for now, because this set just came out not too long ago. But other than that, definitely an awesome set, and definitely glad to be able to get a hold of this, build this, and review this for you guys. My kid really enjoyed helping me build this, and so I got some quality time with my son while building this, and it was a lot of fun. And like I said, my biggest complaints would be the price is a little too steep, in my opinion, but after building it and everything, I feel like it is worth the money. The other thing is, I feel like we should have got a few more minifigures, like maybe at least get the rest of the Simpsons family. But, that being said, I can get those off of Bricklink. So, it is what it is. So if you like this video, please leave a like on it. Please hit me down in the comments. What do you think about this set? Do you think it's worth the money? Or do you think it's overpriced? Did you get this, or did you or are you going to wait and see if you can get a sale? But as always, this is Bricks on a Budget telling you guys, please leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell for future notifications. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. And as always, get built, guys. Thanks, guys. Bye.